Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, Magnetic Reversal News, Sacred Geography, Shinrin Yoku, and Yurt Life, bringing you a grand solar minimum update. Saturday, October 21st, 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time 2023. Tonight's the night, the Orionids peak this evening. One of the greatest meteor showers available for your viewing pleasure. Up to 80 meteors per hour may be visible from 1 a.m. to dusk. Get out and look to the southeast towards Orion's belt as we wait for a major snowstorm forecast to rip through North America this week. Keep calm. It's boom time. Snow, rain, and cold coming for the northern Rockies. We will have the full forecast day by day in just a moment as Hurricane Norma makes landfall on the Baja Peninsula and threatens Cabo San Lucas area. Tammy is bearing down on the Leeward Islands and will show very little threat in the coming days. Both of these storms are now in full effect in the regions. Hurricane Tammy, currently with maximum sustained winds of 85 miles per hour now off the Leeward Islands, will slowly make its way away from that region. And Norma has made landfall on Cabo, is now down to Cat 1 at 70 miles per hour, as it actually dropped to tropical storm status, will make its way across the Gulf of California here and make landfall on Mexico in the next 24 hours. Hours of powers. Now, I've never seen anything like this. Death Valley is gleaming with water, wildflowers, and color. Take a look at this. The famously flat and dry Badwater Basin is now home to a sprawling but temporary lake visible from the water's edge at 5,570 feet above Dante's View. Take a look. Who knew that Death Valley is now covered in water? Well, now you do, and it is beautiful. Take a look at this. This is the most water that rangers have seen in decades at this area. So clearly the climate alarmists in California that said that the drought would be never ending are completely full of the gobbledygook. Well, we've got the data to prove it. Take a look at this. Sometimes there is little water near the boardwalk at the National Park Service, but has built near the parking lot. But usually there's nothing you could call a lake. Now there's more water than rangers have seen in 18 years. And the result is a glassy surprise that ripples in the breeze. Quite a fantastic sight happening in one of the lowest spots on Earth. This is almost 300 feet below sea level here. Here is the forecast model. You could see Hurricane Norma already making landfall. Is going to make its way across the Gulf of California here. And by Sunday, make landfall on Mexico Sunday night, Monday morning. Now, the full snow forecast is looking epic. Let's take a look at this. This is Sunday into Monday into Tuesday morning. By Tuesday morning, that snow is going to be moving down into Washington State and into Montana. By Wednesday morning, it will have hit Wyoming and Oregon, and snow will be falling in the high elevations of Colorado by Wednesday. Here's your Thursday through Friday morning. Heavy snow is going to be pummeling Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, and the northwestern portion of Nebraska as the system makes its way to the east by Friday and Saturday here. By Saturday into Sunday, we have a second system in Nebraska and Kansas that could bring heavy snow to the center of the U.S. by the end of October. This is what it's looking like for Halloween. This entire region will be pummeled with snow. Ho, ho, ho. Shut up, Al. Get in your hole. Al Gore's not very happy with the forecast. Wet and breezy conditions for the Northeast, record warmth for the Southern Plains and the Southwest for now. As an intensifying storm across the Northeast will bring gusty winds, locally heavy rainfall through tonight. Frost and freeze warnings out for many states out here. Looks like Ohio, Indiana, West Virginia, and PA were going to be the hardest hit. So bring in your sensitive plants tonight. Could be the end of the growing season for you. The combination of warm temperatures and breezy conditions may bring critical fire weather conditions for areas of the mid-Mississippi Valley. Those regions are now in the pink, and the Tennessee Valley later today. So heed the warnings and don't flick your cigarettes out the window. Seismic update. No real quakes of note. We have some more activity out here in Ridgely, Tennessee on the Appalachian Fault. This is following a 2.6 that was right next to New Madrid just 2 days ago. The largest quake on the map is a 5.1 near San Isidro, Costa Rica. But that is normal activity on the Ring of Fire and nothing really of note, which is good news. All is quiet on the seismic front. Worldwide volcano news update. Same thing happening with volcanoes worldwide. We seem to be in a little lull. Popo to 22,000. We've got Ibu puffing to 7,000 today. Reventador Sakurajima to 9,000. Semaru to 14. Sabancaya on the list with Fuego to 17,000. Nevado de Ruiz to 21,000. Mayon, a little puff to 12,000 from there. Nothing significant on the list. Semaru also coming in with some activity. Campi Flegrei, we've had our eyes on this now for weeks as a seismic crisis is ongoing and the seismicity is still happening, unfortunately. Let's take a look. We've had multiple days of increased activity, and this event is still ongoing. Take a look at here on the 19th. Pretty stellar movement beneath that caldera. And then we have another uptick today, and hopefully that this doesn't continue to increase, because this is going to be putting tens of thousands, if not millions of people in harm's way in this region of Italy. Space weather news update. At Solar Max, solar cycle 25 is embarrassingly weak. Yes, we are in a grand solar minimum. No, I don't care what anyone else says. The facts are right here in your face. We are at solar max during the middle of the 11-year solar cycle, and the sun is completely blank except for this little pinprick here, which is doing nothing. X-rays now down to B4.6. We only had literally 1-2 C flares over the last 24 hours, both extremely weak. We did have that G1 geomagnetic storm come right after last night's update, reaching KP5, sending off auroras across the map. And that aurora forecast is still looking quite energetic up in the Canadian region. So please go out and take a look. Even though we're dropping down to KP1, there still is some BZ shift. BZ South, which occurred for the minor G1 geomagnetic storm. Now, the BZ component of the interplanetary magnetic field carried past Earth via the solar wind tipped south and caused this little instability, which is now seems to be ending. But the auroral forecast is still looking good. Over the next few days, space weather should go completely flat as the 3-day geomagnetic forecast is all quiet during solar max. I said it. Now, the Orionid meteor showers this weekend will peak tonight into tomorrow morning. This spectacular fall tradition is back. Dozens of meteors are expected to be visible per hour, and residents of major cities will have a tougher time getting the full effect. But where we live in a dark sky region, it is going to be a golden evening. The Orion meteor shower will reach its peak intensity on Saturday with as many as 80 meteors an hour expected to streak through the night sky. According to the American Meteor Society, the AMS, the best time to see meteors fly by is between 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time and dawn, when the Orion radiant is more than 30 degrees above the horizon. NASA recommends viewers face southeast towards the constellation Orion and sit back in a comfortable chair, let your eyes adjust, it takes up to 20 minutes, and enjoy the show. Talking about enjoying the show, join us in just a few minutes over at Magnetic Reversal News for our rebroadcast of the radio show at Revolution Radio from earlier today in full video format. Undeniable evidence for electric comets in the first half, and then the Minoan eruption, the largest eruption of our time, ends the empire. Coming up in less than 30 minutes. So join us for more boom in just a minute. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share this video as we are shadow banned and we need your help to grow. Become a Patreon. Support the work we do. Watch all of our content in one place, commercial free. Lee and I are about to take a trip out to Salida, a great trip across the Central Rockies. And we will be doing some videos. That's going to be happening Monday morning. And we'll see you soon over at Magnetic Reversal News for more boom. Be safe. We love you.